Hello and welcome to Pabbly Connect. In this video, we are going to see how you can add iPhone's voice text to Google Spreadsheet using Pabbly Connect in real time. So we are going to set up a simple automation between our iPhones and Google Sheet, which will be working in real time in such a way that all you have to do is dictate the text, dictate the details to your iPhone. You just have to talk to your iPhone and automatically the important information from the dictated text will be extracted using AI platform like ChatGPT, and all of those details will be added in your Google spreadsheet into their respective rows and columns. Now to do this, we will be using Pabbly Connect, an amazing automation and integration platform, which is going to help us to connect our iPhones with ChatGPT and Google Sheets in real time. So let's have a look at how you can set up this kind of automation for yourself. Now, before we start setting up this automation, let's have a look on how this automation between iPhone and Google Sheets actually works. So I'm just going to dictate some details of a person to my iPhone. So I just met a person named Demo User. He owns a company named as Pabbly. He is basically from India and his email address is demo@pabbly.com. His mobile number is 1234567890. So just now I have dictated the details of a person to my iPhone, and we will see as I do it, automatically within seconds, the details of the same person is now added in our Google spreadsheet as a new row. You can see the same name, same email, same mobile number, and the same company name which we have dictated to our iPhone. Now to set this up, we have basically created a small automation, a simple automation in our iPhone, and we have basically sent the dictated text from our iPhone to the Pabbly Connect automation workflow. And using the Pabbly Connect automation, we have added the details in our Google spreadsheet automatically. Now to start setting up this automation, first what we have to do, we have to basically create an automation workflow inside Pabbly Connect, and using a webhook URL of that automation workflow, we are going to connect iPhone with Pabbly Connect. So let's get started. To start with Pabbly Connect, just go to your browser and search for Pabbly, pabbly.com/connect. And here you can see we have reached to Pabbly Connect's landing page. Now, if you're new to Pabbly, by clicking on sign up free, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. But because I'm an existing Pabbly user, I'll just click on sign in. Now after signing in, we will reach to this all apps page of Pabbly. Here we just have to click on access now below Pabbly Connect. And after clicking on access now, we will reach to Pabbly Connect's dashboard. After coming to this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow over here. Click on this create workflow button and give this workflow a name. Let's say I would like to name it as iPhone to Google Sheets. You can basically give any other name of your choice. Then just select the folder of your Pabbly Connect account in which you want to create this automation workflow and click on create. Now as we click on create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. And in this workflow, you can see two different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those two concepts, those two principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with the trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to get a webhook URL of this automation workflow. So for that, here in the trigger step, we are going to select webhook by Pabbly over here. Then in trigger event, select catch webhook preferred. And then here you can see Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Now we have to add this webhook URL under the shortcut section of our iPhone. So we are going to create a shortcut in our iPhone and we are going to add this webhook URL over there. So I'll just copy this webhook URL from here and take you to my iPhone setup. So this is my Pabbly Connect workflows webhook URL which we have copied just now. I just took it to my iPhone, and after copying it, what we have to do, we just have to go to the shortcut section of our iPhone. We'll just open shortcut and click on this plus button on the top right corner. Then after that, what we have to do, we have to basically add dictate. Like we want to trigger this automation whenever we are going to tap on the shortcut button, we want to dictate something. So first click on this add action button and search for dictate. Select dictate text over here. After selecting dictate text, we have to just configure it. So as we click here, you can see you can select the language of your choice, and also in stop listening, by default it is after pause. So I would like to change it to on tap over here. So I want iPhone to stop listening when I tap on the stop button. So we have successfully added this dictate text action in this shortcut. Now after this, what we have to do, we have to add the webhook URL in the shortcut which we are creating in our iPhone. So here we'll just click on the search bar and we are going to search for URL. Just select this action of URL, and after that here we have to paste the exact same webhook URL which Pabbly Connect gave us. So we have successfully added this webhook URL in our shortcut as well. Now after adding the webhook URL, what we want to do, we want to send the data to this webhook URL. Whatever text we are going to dictate to our iPhone, we want to send the exact same text to this webhook URL, means to iPhone. And to do this, we are going to add another action in this shortcut of our iPhone that is called get contents of URL. So we'll just search for the same action over here, get contents of URL. Just select it. After selecting it, here you can see by default it has selected the URL over here. The same URL which we have added, by default it has selected it. If not, what you can do, you can just clear it from here and then just select it. And here you can see above your keyboard, you can see the URL option. This means it is going to send the data to this URL, this webhook URL which we have added in Pabbly Connect. Then after that, it is asking us for the method. And here in method, by default, it is get, but we will just click on it and change it to post. Then it is asking us for the headers. So we are not going to add any headers over here. And in request body, we have multiple options like JSON, form, file. So we have to select JSON over here. Then we have to add a field. So just click on this add new field button, select text, and here in key, you can write any key. For example, I would like to add the key as text, and in front of it, as we click here, we have to basically enter or map. We have to basically add the variable of dictated text. So here above your keyboard, you can see this variable of dictated text. Just select it and add it over here. In this way, we have basically added this action, this step in the shortcut where we are sending the dictated text as a label as text to the webhook URL given by Pabbly Connect using this get content of URL action step. Now after this, here you can see we have successfully created this shortcut. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rename the shortcut. So I would like to name my shortcut as iPhone to Pabbly. You can basically give any other name of your choice. After doing this, we are going to first test this action as well. So what we are going to do, we will get back to our Pabbly Connect workflow. Because we have added this webhook URL, it has captured a blank response. Click on this recapture webhook response button. And after that, it has once again changed to waiting for webhook response. Then just click on this play button and we are going to dictate some text. So I just met a person named as Demo Pabbly. He is a business owner of an XYZ company and he has an email address at demo@xyzcompany.com. Now let me tell you his mobile number is 1122334455. So what we have done, we have just now basically added or dictated some text to our iPhone as we started this shortcut, this automation on our iPhone. Now it is asking us that whether we want to allow iPhone to send the data to Pabbly Connect. So I'm just going to select always allow because I don't want it to ask every time. And then it is done. Here you can see within seconds on our Pabbly Connect workflow, you can see we have received the response. And in this response, you will get the exact same text which we have dictated to our iPhone just now. This means the shortcut setup in our iPhone is successfully done. Now I will just click on this I button and select this option of add to home screen. You can basically select any logo, any label of your choice. Let's say I want to select this logo of arrow over here and the color as for example yellow and click on add. And now this shortcut which we have created is added on our iPhone. So what we are going to do by clicking on this shortcut, it will ask us to dictate the text, whatever text we want to speak. And then after that, the same text will be basically sent to Pabbly Connect. And the Pabbly Connect automation workflow will trigger over here. Then after that, we have to basically extract the information from this complete text which we have dictated to our iPhone so that we can add these details in this Google Sheet separately. Now to do this, what we are going to do, we will be using AI tools like ChatGPT. You can use any other AI tool like Anthropic Cloud or Google Gemini as well. So for that, we will just scroll down, come to this Actions tab. And because I'm using ChatGPT, so here in Search app, I will be searching for OpenAI and select it. After selecting OpenAI in action event from the dropdown, I'm going to select ChatGPT as the action event. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, we have to enter the API key of our OpenAI account. Now you must be thinking how you can get this API key. So to get the API key, just go to your OpenAI account and from the left sidebar, go to this API keys section. After coming here, click on this create new secret key button and give this key a name. Let's say I would like to name it as iPhone automation. Then just select the project over here and select the permission as all and click on secret key, create secret key button. And here you can see the API key is generated. Now just copy this API key from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here. After pasting this API key, just click on save. And after clicking on save, here you can see our OpenAI account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the next thing it asks us is to select the AI model. And here in this dropdown, you can see we have different models of ChatGPT, different models of OpenAI. Out of all of this, using which model you want to basically segregate the data and extract the information from the dictated text which we have received from iPhone. You can use any model of your choice, but I'm going to use GPT-4 for now. Then it is asking us for the prompt. So I have already written a prompt. So let me enter that particular prompt over here, and then we will explain that why this prompt is so important. Okay, so this is the prompt which I want to give to ChatGPT. The prompt is, I'll provide text content and a sample JSON structure. Your task is to identify the details in the text and match them with corresponding fields in the JSON. For instance, if the text contains the name John Doe and the JSON includes fields for first and last name, you should split the name accordingly and place each part in their respective field. Your response should consist solely of a JSON body with the same label as the example, with values replaced by those extracted from the text. If a detail isn't found in the text, leave the corresponding field blank. Please ensure the sequence of key value pair remain unchanged. Please ensure the text in the response have proper formatting and casing like first letter or name should be in uppercase and email should be in lowercase completely. Then after that, here you can see we have given this example JSON. Now this might sound a bit complex to you, but it is not. It is very simple. So what we have done, we have told ChatGPT that we are giving you some text and we want ChatGPT to extract the text or extract the information or specific details from those complete text, and then we want that in response. Also, we have clearly mentioned that we want the response, we want the answer from ChatGPT in JSON body, and we have created this JSON body. In this curly brace, we write this JSON body. Here in double quotes, here you can see we have basically written first name, the label. Then after a colon in double quotes, we have written an example name. Then after a comma, we have written second field. So all the fields, all the details which you want to extract from that text, you have to basically create a key value pair for all of those details in an example data with some example details, as you can see over here. And here it will take, ChatGPT will take this JSON body, this example JSON as a reference, and then on that basis it will extract all of those details from the text which we have dictated to iPhone. Now we are using this JSON format because we want the details or the responses for each and every field separately. Like we want a separate response of first name, last name, email, so that we can add them in our Google spreadsheet. That's why we are doing this. Then after that, here we have the text content, and we have to enter the exact same text content which we have received from iPhone in the webhook by Pabbly trigger step. So what we have to do to add the data from a previous step to the next step, to add the data from this webhook trigger step to this OpenAI action step, we will be using a process called mapping. For that, we will just click on this field in front of text content, and here in this drop down, you can see the text response which we have received from webhook, basically from iPhone, can be seen over here. We are just going to map this exact same text over here. So whatever text or whatever thing we are going to dictate to iPhone, the same text will be sent to Pabbly Connect, and using this automation, we are going to send the same text with this complete prompt to ChatGPT. And ChatGPT is going to extract all the details which we have mentioned in this JSON body from this text, and then it will give us the response. So after mapping the text, let's click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you will see we are going to receive some response. And the response is received. And here in this response, you can see we have all the details, all the fields which we have mentioned in this JSON body. All of these details are extracted from this text. Here you can see we have the name Demo Pabbly, the same name which we have dictated to our iPhone. Then after that, here you can see the same company name, basically same email address, same company name, and the same mobile number. So this is why we are using AI platforms like ChatGPT, so that we can extract the details on the basis of columns, on the basis of headers which we have added in Google Sheet. So here you can see in JSON, whatever fields we have mentioned, we have the same column headers in our Google spreadsheet as well. Now, after extracting the details and getting a separate response or a separate label for each and every field, each and every value, what we have to do, we just have to add this data in our Google spreadsheet. For that, we will just scroll down, click on this Add Action Step button over here, and then here in Choose App, we will just search for Google Sheets. Just select it. After selecting Google Sheets, an action event from the drop-down, select the action event as Add New Row. Then just click on Connect and select Add New Connection. Now here we have to connect our Google Sheets account with Pabbly Connect. And to make this connection, click on this Sign in with Google button. Now here you can see we just have to select our Google Sheets account, and after selecting our Google Sheets account, what we have to do, we just have to scroll down and click on Continue. And as we click on Continue, we will see our Google Sheets account will get connected with Pabbly Connect. After making this connection, the next thing it asks us is to select the spreadsheet. So here in this dropdown, you can see a list of all the spreadsheets which we have in our Google Sheets account. Out of all of this, I will be using the same spreadsheet which I have shown you in the example. The name of the sheet is user details from iPhone. In this same sheet, I want to add the data, for example. So from the dropdown, you have to select the sheet in which you want to add the data. Then it is asking us to select the sheet over here. So in this Google spreadsheet, I have only one sheet named as sheet 1. That's why from this dropdown, we are going to select sheet 1. Then all the column of data which we have created, we have 5 columns of data over here: first name, last name, email, mobile number, and company. And you can see all of these columns as fields inside Pabbly Connect. And from ChatGPT as well, we have received the responses for the same. We have created a JSON body including all of these columns, all of these headers, and in response you can see we have separate response or separate values for each and every field. So one by one, we will be once again use the process of mapping, and we are going to map the responses which ChatGPT has given us to this Google Sheets action step. So here in the first name field, just click here. From the drop down from ChatGPT responses, select the response of first name and map it. Then we will just click here, and from the drop down, let's select and map the last name. Then we will be mapping the email address. Then let's map the mobile number. And at last, we are going to map the company name as well. Here is the company name. So in this way, whatever text we are going to dictate, ChatGPT is going to extract the information and give separate response for those details. And we are going to map the same details in Google Sheet and add it. After mapping all the data, just click on Save and Send Test Request. And as we click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received a response, and this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the data which we have mapped over here is now added in our Google spreadsheet as a new row. So let's check it. We will just go to our Google Sheet, and yes, here you can see we have the same details which we have dictated to our iPhone. We have the same name, Demo Pabbly, we have the same email address, we have the same phone number, and also we have the same company name. This means the automation between iPhone and Pabbly Connect, basically the automation between iPhone and Google Sheet which we have created using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. And now after setting up this automation, the iPhone shortcut which we have created, we are going to use that same iPhone shortcut once again. So I will just click on this shortcut which we have created just now in this video, and we are going to dictate some text. We are going to dictate the details of a person. So I just met a person named as Test Customer. He is basically from USA, and he has an email address that is testcustomer@pabblytudes.com. His company name is Pabbly Tudes, and his mobile number is 111222334. So just now what we have done, we have dictated some details to our iPhone, and we will see as this is done, automatically within seconds, the details of the person will be extracted from that text and then automatically added as a new row in our Google spreadsheet. So let's check it. We will just go to a Google spreadsheet, and yes, here you can see the same person's details, the same details which we have told or dictated to our iPhone is now added in Google Sheet. We have the same name, Test Customer, we have the same email, we have the same mobile number 111222334, and we have the same company name as well. This means the automation between iPhone and Google Sheet using Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. So if you want to use this automation, you will get the share link of this Pabbly Connect automation workflow and also the shortcut which we have created in iPhone in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just use that shortcut in your own iPhone and this automation workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation between iPhone and Google Sheets using Pabbly Connect, you can do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.